Why has Ryan Reynolds remained an A-lister despite many duds aside from Deadpool? Well, I mean, I don't think the A-list really exists anymore in the way that it did before. So he's on the A-list for the same reason The Rock is on the A-list, and Gal Gadot's on the A-list, and Chris Hemsworth is on the A-list. You can go through all of these big, gigantic actors today that are on the A-list because they, in the past, had big hit films, or because they're super famous because they're an Avenger, or something like that. Like Ryan Reynolds isn't different to me than any of them. We're just not in the era of movie stars anymore. There was a time back in the day that people bought a ticket because their favorite actor was in it, and there were certain actors that were the A-list that you just go see everything that they were in, and movies would get greenlit just because they were in it, whatever. And it's this actor doing this thing, and there's a movie called Over the Top from the 1980s where Stallone was able to sell Canon pictures on I'm a truck driver that arm wrestles. And he arm wrestles to win custody of his son. Like, that's a terrible pitch for a movie. Like, it's like ridiculous. Like, the gimmick of the movie is like, and it's arm wrestling, and it's really intense. And who's gonna win the arm wrestling match? And he's time to turn the hat around. He turns his hat around, and then he goes into full gear and he wins. Like, that's a movie that came out, and that only got greenlit because Stallone. That's it, Stallone. And then even 15 years ago, there was a serious point in time where Will Ferrell would get movies greenlit because he'd go, I play a basketball player. I play a figure skater. Like, you look at what all the pitches were for Will Ferrell movies in the zeros. He's an anchorman. He's a race car driver. He's playing sports. He's like a soccer coach. It's that. That's what the whole pitch was, because that's what A-list used to mean, that there were actors that could just sell tickets because people loved to see them. They were the hook, the selling point. That's what A-list used to mean. Now, people buy tickets for brands, for IPs, for franchises. I know the book It Ends With Us, so I'm going to buy a ticket for it. I had no idea what that was. I don't know, like completely baffled, and made $250 million because the book was the selling point. Of course, comic book franchises, sequels. Why do we get sequels and remakes? Because brands, franchises, known properties are the stars. And Quentin Tarantino's made comments about this, that
you have all these actors who have become famous playing these characters, yeah. But they're not movie stars.
Right.
Captain America is the star.
Right.
Thor is the star.
So this specific example of Ryan Reynolds, I don't think that's any different. But movie stars still get people to click on streaming movies. So a lot of these duds that you're even talking about, they're still some of the most streamed movies. We forgot about them. Streaming movies, they don't have the cultural impact that a theatrical release has for a variety of different reasons. But you hop on to Netflix and you see Ryan Reynolds there holding a gun, and him with The Rock and Gal Gadot, and you go, oh, I like them. I like this genre. And you click on it, and you don't remember anything about the movie a week later, but you clicked on it. And so he's chosen to do more of those movies than to do big theatrical movies, I'm assuming, because it's just easier on him, that he shows up for 3 months and then they let him be. And then for Deadpool, he had to do more than that. But there's nothing specific about Ryan Reynolds. The modern era of A-listers, it's a different concept entirely than it used to be. And just go through your list of our comic book movie superheroes. Which one of them doesn't have a bunch of duds? Chris Hemsworth starred in a franchise movie with Anya Taylor-Joy, Furiosa. And Furiosa wasn't even because it's not the actual main IP, and the IP has movie stars in it, it still did terrible. So it's just a strange era that movie stars don't sell tickets, and Ryan Reynolds is just another example of that. But also, when he returns to Deadpool, highest grossing R-rated movie of all time. And in the last 9 years, he's put out 3 different movies that were the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time. So of course he's an A-lister based on that. That's all Deadpool. That doesn't translate to anything else, but there it is.
Most of these clips are pulled from my Patreon live streams. I do about 6 live streams every single month. For $2 per month, $20 per year, you can get access to all the exclusive videos and live streams. For $5 per month, you get your name on my end card. At the top tier, you get a 30-minute video chat with me each month. The link down below in the description has more information.